Hi there, my name is Fraser, founder of Analytics Cafe, where you can learn analytics in videos short enough to be watched with your morning coffee. Today we're going to be doing some training on Excel. Despite the fact that Excel is so widely used, I still think it's one of the more underutilized tools in the world. So we're going to be going through some of the things that I find will vastly improve your skills in Excel. So who should watch these videos? I think there's really two criteria. Number one, you should understand the basics of Excel. I've titled this Intermediate Excel because it's not really for complete novices. If you've never even touched Excel before, this course will really not be for you. If you can open an Excel workbook, understand how to open files, and can perform some basic functions like add, subtract, multiply, and divide, then you'll probably be okay following along. And then number two, this goes without saying, but you want to get better at using Excel. So our final piece of setup here, I've included a link to a file in the description. This will be the data that we're working with today. Now, because you're an awesome analyst, you should know that you always want to have a well-defined analytics objective in mind before you start working in the data. This is always the first step of the analytical decision-making process. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I've got another series of videos to walk you through what I mean by the analytics process. There's a link in the description below. So with that said, we're going to be working with sports data, specifically hockey data gathered from NHL.com. I can't stress enough, while I've chosen sports data because it's publicly available, the techniques that I'm about to teach you will be useful every time you open up Excel. You will find them useful, I promise you. If you're not a hockey fan, don't worry. We're not going to be going too in-depth into the actual rules of the game itself. I'll talk you through any specifics of the sport as we walk through the data if it's needed. For now, all you need to know is that there's 6 players on the ice per team. There's 5 skaters and a goalie. And the objective of the game is for the skaters on each team to score on the opponent's goalie more times than their opponents score on their goalie. It's very similar to football, or as it's known in North America, soccer. I'm going to set up a bit of a situation here. So let's say a general manager from a hockey team approaches you, the awesome analyst, and asks you what he or she can do to make their team win more games. Then he or she gives you a bunch of data about a bunch of different hockey teams. Everything from who played for what team, how many goals they scored, and how many times they attempted to score, how many times the goalies prevented them from being scored upon, lots of different variables. Based on that, it seems to me that our analysis needs to be to determine which variables lead to the greatest increase in wins and find ways to maximize those variables. So that's our objective of this analysis. So that's it for this setup. Your coffee is probably getting empty by now, so we're going to leave it there for now. In the next session, we're going to start in Excel in the file that you downloaded. So make sure you click on the link below and download that file. While you're at it, make sure you click the like video if you like this video and click subscribe if you want to see more content like this. See you then.